What better way to spend your Tuesday night than with USL Championship action? And that's what we've got for you here from Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington, where tonight, Tacoma Defiance plays host to Western Conference leaders Phoenix Rising FC. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on ESPN+. Delighted to have you with us. I'm Andrew Harvey, alongside Dave Clark. James Riley will be joining us shortly. But Dave, looking at this Phoenix team off the bat, they're as red hot as red hot gets.
Yeah, 15 wins, a professional record in modern North American soccer, 7 wins in a row on the road. They are, without a doubt, the Western Conference leaders, and you're likely Shield winners at this time.
Well, yeah, absolutely. A little bit early to crown them yet. Certainly Tacoma's going to do what they can to stop them tonight, but obviously they're going to have their eyes focused on Solomon Asante.
Yeah, how do you say 18 goals? Solomon. How do you say 12 assists? Asante. How do you say likely MVP? Solomon Asante.
Yeah, I think you can put it pretty simply that way. Obviously for Tacoma, then the onus falls to the back line, and the defense will have all of them in a moment. But in the meantime, we're taking a look at the midfielder who's been slotted into that right back slot. Anthony Burke-Gilroy has acquitted himself well.
Yeah, he's played 4 straight matches as a right back, converting there. Within this organization, Defiance love for their fullbacks to get forward. You've seen it in Nick Hines and Denzel Ulysses. Anthony Burke-Gilroy definitely gets forward as you expect him to. Still learning a bit of the nuance on right back. We'll talk about that a lot tonight with James, because James went through that similar conversion in his career.
Well, Phoenix Rising on a historic streak. Tacoma Defiance looking to play the spoiler here at home. We'll see how it shakes out. Don't go away. Kickoff between Tacoma Defiance and Phoenix Rising FC next on ESPN+. Welcome back into Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington, here on ESPN+. Moments away from kickoff between Tacoma Defiance and Phoenix Rising FC. It's time now for your multi-care pre-match health report. Asriel Gonzalez remains out for the Defiance following surgery to repair a broken bone in his foot. For Phoenix Rising, Alessandro Ricci, Jason Johnson, and Brandon Cannison are all out for Phoenix with lower body injuries. Let's take a look at the starting 11. Up first for Phoenix Rising FC. We talked about Solomon Asante at the top of the program, but Dave, there's still plenty of goal-scoring power available for Phoenix.
Yeah, their backup attacking players, Adam John, USL Championship fans, MLS fans, they know him. He's potent. He's a big body. They do have a little bit of firepower on the bench, a little bit of squad rotation going on as Flemings starts on the bench tonight.
And on the other side of things for Tacoma Defiance, a little bit of help coming down from Sounders FC in the form of loans, but the help is coming in the form of teenagers, particularly with Alfonso Ocampo Chavez and Danny Leyva.
You also have Handwalla Buana out on the left. Great ball control out here with Danny Leyva, Buana, Ocampo Chavez. Lots of nimble movement that will have to be able to threaten a much larger and more physically imposing Phoenix Rising squad.
Now, Tacoma, 4-5-2 at home this season. Dealing with a Phoenix Rising team that is 7-2-2 on the road. A very impressive record for them. And like we said, 15 straight wins. A North American professional soccer record. Now, your referee for tonight is Alejandro Mariscal. He is just about set to get us underway. Phoenix Rising in the white kits with red trim will move from left to right on your screen here in the first half. Defiance in black with the white shorts going back the other way. And like I said, Mariscal, the man in charge tonight, he's assisted by Christian Clerk and Babacar Jallo. Liam Leonard is the fourth official. Dave, I'll never skip an opportunity to say it. Just another perfect evening for soccer here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, it's brilliant. The weather is perfect. We're not going to see heat that should affect the match. There's no rain. The sky is as blue can be.
Once again, Andrew Harvey alongside Dave Clark and James Riley with us here now as we're underway in this one. James, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you both keeping my seat warm and my drink cold, so appreciate that hospitality.
The famous kind of hospitality you can expect here at Genie Stadium. And whew, that did not take any time at all. Early booking here in the second minute. And that's James Musa, who is the man immediately into Mariscal's book.
Certainly an early yellow card offense there. Referee definitely saw a bit more in it, and goes to the cards early.
He let advantage run as Juana was taking the ball up the pitch. That got kicked away. Pulled action back as Danny Leyva had been brought down by Musa.
Danny Leyva back underway with the short restart. Leyva, who was a player at the start of the year that we maybe thought, oh, we'd see him a reasonable amount here at Tacoma Defiance. That's wound up being the case. Of course, we were thinking it would be on account of his young age. Quick ball headed inside off the post, and it bounces in at the far side. Adam John has the visitors on top in just the third minute of play. I think that one might have gone in technically still in the second. John bags his 12th goal of the year, and just like that, the Western Conference leaders putting on display why they're so dangerous.
And Phoenix Rising opportunistic. I mean, their first chance, an unbelievable or unfortunate giveaway there by Brian Meredith trying to play out of back. Early in the game, you may want to just dump it. Mismeasures his pass out of the back, one cross. Adam John punishes him with a fantastic header off the post and in. Phoenix Rising up 1-0.
Solomon Asante bags his 13th assist of the year as well, extending his hold on the league lead. No slouch in the goal-scoring department either. He's got 18 to his name.
And it's one of those things, especially as a young team, but at home, as you're trying to start and get your feet under you against a good team that comes in, you want to go direct very early on. Go direct for the first 5 to 10 minutes, fight for first balls, second balls, win the knockdown battle, and then earn the opportunity to play. Certainly don't want to give the ball away in your own defensive third, because we know how clinical Phoenix Rising is, and they displayed that right there.
Here's Shandon Hopi out from the far side. He'll try to dance his way in. Cut out by Amadou Dia. A former Sporting Kansas City man, spent some time with Swope Park Rangers as well. Tempting through ball there. Looking for the link up with Handwala Buana. Winds up winning the throw-in.
It's an aggressive posture that Tacoma has taken after that goal. They're aggressive going towards their own, the net there. It's exactly what you want to see from this squad.
Tacoma hoping to muscle their way into the final third there, but it's Phoenix who win the throw-in.
Certainly an opportunity here within these next 5 minutes to get an equalizer. Certainly don't want to commit too many numbers forward early on again and give up the second goal too early, but definitely more of an aggressive stance. You know, no better way to wake a team up than to give up an early goal. Now they can be the aggressors in the game a bit and really try to push this tempo.
Alfonso Ocampo Chavez gonna get a talking to for that foul. came in late against Cochran. Pardon me, Joe Farrell. Dia for Aguinaga. And this is Cochran. Ball works its way back to Zach Lubin. Lubin, of course, actually spent some time with the Sounders on loan when an injury situation arose last year. And believe it or not, he was a former teammate of the man starting in the opposite goal for more than just the Sounders. More on that in a moment, as here's Leyva dashing inside. Leyva wanted to go back to his left there. Stood up that time by Peter Lee Vassell, man on loan from LAFC, who's making his first start for Phoenix Rising FC tonight. Wide to Hopiau, right back inside for Anthony Burke-Gilroy. Burke-Gilroy going for the immediate cross. Collected by Ocampo Chavez. He tries to lay it back. Robles unable to turn it. Cleared, but only as far as Leyva, who runs onto the ball. Leyva cleans out Asante. Nick Hines faked the long shot. He's going to settle for, I believe, a throw-in. It's a Phoenix ball.
Great aggressive play there by Tacoma Defiance. It's the dynamic running. We spoke about it in previous games. Their ability to not only just have an overlapping play, but to do that underlap, where the outside back will play it wide, and instead of trying to get around his outside midfielder, will just cut through. So we call that an underlap. It definitely forces the outside midfielder to track you. If not, you have opportunities like this. So it's a very good dynamic play by Tacoma Defiance. A great response so far.
Moving under some pressure here. Gets the ball as far as Dia. And it squibs through to Calistri. Now Aguinaga. Coming back inside toward Vassell. He loses out to Atencio. Now here's Handwala Buana going at Dumbuya. Just to finish out that thought on Zach Lubin, he also formerly played with Brian Meredith on the Kitsap Pumas in the American 4th Division down in USL League 2 back in 2011 when the Pumas won the national title. James, does it ever kind of astonish you how small a world it is in professional soccer? You keep running with the same faces?
It's very true. No, it's definitely a small world in this soccer brotherhood, as we call it.
Thrown from Hines. Ocampo Chavez gets it back to Leyva, gets the return. Try ball over the top. Hopiau gives chase, and that one will bounce away and out for a goal kick. Plenty of pace from this Tacoma side. James, we've come to expect that. They certainly look up for it tonight, despite having given up a goal right at the start of play.
Certainly. No, they come out aggressive. Very unfortunate to give away that early goal on a misplay, but the good teams can punish you. Their response since then has been very good.
Asante flipping this one over the top toward Calistri. Back inside for John. He's looking for a brace. Can't get on the end of that ball.
Great little touch by Calistri. Almost caught John again. Great little touch off the half volley.
Buana trying to rampage down the near sideline.
This will be a game. Tacoma Defiance will certainly create their chances. They just need to make sure that they're clinical in front of net. It's not going to be a game where they'll get several full looks in front of goal, maybe a half chance here and there, but certainly they'll get 1 to 2 full chances, and they'll really need to be on top of their game in order to get that goal, whether it's an equalizer or a go-ahead goal. But Phoenix Rising, experienced team, coming in on a fantastic win streak, so they have the full confidence right now, especially with the 1-0 lead.
Asante looks a little bit the worse for wear after that collision with Buana on the near sideline. Well, if you happen to be tuning in a little bit late, you've missed a heck of an opening 10 minutes here at Cheney Stadium. Seen a yellow card, a couple of crunching tackles, some good-looking chances going each way, And of course, our opening goal scored by Adam John in just the 2nd minute of play. Actually gets back underway with this free kick. To Aguinaga. Vassal. Back to Dumbuya.
Would you like me to move
Asante.
it somewhere?
No, I'm fine there. I just was concerned that I couldn't see it.
Copy that.
Another inventive service from Asante. John got to that ball. And they're saying now that it's crossed over out for a goal kick.
And good confident play there by Phoenix Rising. 1-2 touch soccer. Put together some sequences, tried to spring John. A lot of passing and movement. It was a good display there by Phoenix Rising. Unfortunate on the final ball, but the thought was very good.
Now it's Berkholz getting the ball up to Buana. Buana loses out, but it comes right back to Berkholz. Leyva. Buana, Hines. And that ball's gone out of play. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Lubin. Pressure from Robles, gets the ball away, but only as far as Leyva. Leyva chips that over to Buana. For Robles, flag stays down. Defended well that time by Peter Lee Vassal and one away.
And you see Chavez there with his hands up, wanting that serves to come in. Sometimes when you have a play like that, you go with the momentum of the play. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Had a half step.
Hopiao from long range sails into the hands of Lubin.
If you have a half step to get a service off, especially with eager runners in the box, you get the service off and really put that across the face of the goal.
Comes all the way to the far side for Brian Meredith. Both these teams trying to pen things in as the goalies are on the ball. Now it's Phoenix's chance for another turnover. Aguinaga wanted to go up the middle. Both John and Asante just a little bit slow to react to that through ball.
And another errant ball out of the back by Brian Meredith, which is very unlikely. Gives it away again. Almost leads to another chance. Could have been Phoenix's Rising second goal if they were on the same page that they are on that final through ball. But very uncharacteristic early on from Brian Meredith.
Farrell over to Cochran. They're going to try another home run ball to John. Intercepted by Berkholz and sent back across midfield. Leyva wins the foul at midfield. And, Alejandro Mariscal not giving either of these teams much room to work with.
No. Leyva there, fortunate to get that foul call. Thought it was a very good defensive play, especially there in the middle third.
Great
Hines
switch. Tracks that ball out of the air. Low cross here. Was looking for Buana. Dumbuya as far as Asante. Going to try to shuttle this clear himself.
That vision from Josh Atencio there to spring Nick Hines out was
Great ball, absolutely. And that's where Nick Hines possibly just needs to get a good first touch, use his momentum and the rhythm to try to deliver an early service. But you see Chavez there, eager in the box, playing off the back shoulder of the defender. And Hines doesn't serve it, takes another touch, a fourth, and then by that time, Chavez has overran
Leyva through for Ocampo Chavez.
Overran his angle in the front of the goal.
Tencio surveying the ball in. Danny Robles is calling for it. Phoenix very compact right now. All their players occupying about a 25-yard stretch of the pitch. Is that the time that you try that ball in over the top, James?
It is. I mean, Phoenix Rising doing a very good job of staying compact defensively, making it very difficult, clogging lanes for Tacoma Defiance. Certainly an opportunity to get in behind on a very intentional, maybe possibly a 1-2. The switch of play, as you've seen early on, it works. But also just to be patient, swing it around, shift them, and eventually lanes will open up.
Here comes Dumbuya up the near side. Quick ball in, John looking for the layoff for Asante. Hines has it. Just chooses to alleviate the pressure.
Second balls will become very important, especially off that direct service, that direct clearance there. Fighting for second balls is going to be critical.
Hopiao thought he'd done enough to win that ball cleanly. Amadou Dia and the referee disagree. It's a free kick for Phoenix. Well, fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL on ESPN through the 2022 season. USL is excited to announce that the Championship and League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 games a year will be featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Through ball here to Musa. Wide from Vassell. Calistri tried that ball in. He's won Phoenix's first corner of the evening.
James, think way back when you were that right midfielder that had to step back a few paces to become the right back. What was the most difficult aspect on that defensively? Bert Gilroy's going through that experience.
Yeah, I mean, great question. Essentially, you're on an island. I mean, you are responsible for defending 1v1. You're on an island, so it's critical.
Long ball from Asante, headed down and out for a goal kick, pardon the
That
interruption.
that you're able to win your individual duels, your 1v1 duels, but also pick and choose when to get into the attack. You don't need to always get into the attack. You need to pick and choose, know what offensive threats they have, know where you can kind of just get to space and wide areas and facilitate possession. But certainly doing a good job thus far.
Brian Meredith just continues to struggle getting the ball out of his own penalty area. Another turnover here. This is Asante looking for the second goal, and Meredith with a big save spares his own blushes there.
Good clean hands by Meredith, but like we said, he's definitely certainly struggling with the ball at his feet tonight.
Meredith tries the far side once more, and that's gone out for a Phoenix throw.
He's going to need to recalibrate.
Diaz swings it to Farrell. They go up the middle looking for Vassell. They've overplayed him. Here is Bert Gilroy. Poked away by Calistri. Aguinaga, the link up to Vassell. Cuts to his right, poked away by Leyva. Still gets to John though. Tacoma going over the top. Hopiao gives chase but won't be able to hold that ball in. Well, over the span of 19 minutes so far, James, you really have to think that the main difference between these two clubs is just the crispness in the passing, especially that last sequence for Phoenix.
Yes, Phoenix Rising very crisp in that last sequence. Good interchange play. Certainly got players very comfortable on the ball.
Cochran up as far as John. The quick
Great
return
entry.
from Musa.
Great entry ball by Cochran.
Here's Akinaga. Drops back for Dumbuya. Farrell putting a couple moves on display. Dumbuya looking inside for John. And Nick Hines going to smash this one over the top. The flag is up for offside.
Unlucky. That's definitely a threat that the Tacoma Defiance have. I mean, a direct ball for Chavez, who certainly likes to run and get in behind the defenders. Just needs to do a better job of timing his run, trying to hold it a bit. But that's certainly a threat that Tacoma Defiance has. It doesn't need to be every time, but certainly when it's on, it keeps Phoenix Rising honest. They have to respect that vertical threat, and then by them having to respect that vertical threat allows you to play now horizontally in between the lines.
Aguinaga looking for that big switch to the far side. It reaches Dia. Cochran just looking to probe over the top once more. The layoff here for Robles. They want Hopiao to the far side. Cochran's cut it out.
And Tacoma Defiance finding it very difficult to connect more than 3 passes out of transition. Phoenix Rising doing a very good job of punching the ball in packs after they've given the ball away. It's causing Tacoma Defiance some trouble. Tacoma Defiance can connect that first 3 to 5 passes out of transition. It'll allow them then to establish a rhythm. Right now, they're definitely on the back foot. They're defending a lot, having to shift around.
Dia is going for the dummy there. He's left it for Burke Gilroy, inside for Robles. Robles pushing ahead for Ocampo Chavez, who's gone for goal. It's off the crossbar.
Fantastic, and that was a 3rd pass out of transition, just like we spoke about. So that their ability to win the ball, certainly Phoenix Rising is going to want to play. If you can nick balls, especially in your own attacking third, you have a direct route to goal. And there in 3 passes, they were able to get a fantastic opportunity there. Chavez showing tremendous boom in that right foot. Little half turn, strike, great hit there. Again, that comes out of establishing a very quick rhythm out of transition. Just connect your first 2 to 3 passes. Sometimes you need 4 to 5. Just to establish some type of rhythm. If you can go directly to goal, great. If not, just swing the ball back and forth. And wait for your lanes to develop.
Here's Robles once more. Tried to roll that one out to Hines. Referee Alejandro Mariscal saying that Peter Lee Vassell has handled that ball. Free kick for Tacoma, just past midfield.
Rising got everything they wanted out of that delay. Got them able to set their lines, sit back in defense. Defiance wanted to restart as quickly as possible.
Vassell looking for Solomon Asante, who's going to pick this ball up in space. Options on the inside. Cuts it back to his left. Tried to leave it on the top side. Was looking for Aguinaga, but it's cut out.
Great ball by Bawana. Hopiao has an opportunity here. Now you have runners trying to get into the box.
Leave it ahead for Ocampo Chavez. Lubin's off his line. Ocampo Chavez down in the box. Penalty given.
Fantastic heads-up play there by Bawana. Big switch of field. Hopiao with a great aggressive first touch to get to the box. Great run by Chavez. Feels and sees the goalkeeper coming out. Gets that little slight touch. Goalkeeper goes through him. Heads-up play. Gets that little touch there. Creates the the window for the referee to call the penalty, rightly so.
And so it'll be Shandon Hopiau.
The ability to stay switched on here and follow up for Tacoma Defiance and for Phoenix Rising is critical.
Lubin stretching out that big frame, trying to make the goal appear small. Hopiau goes left and scores! Tacoma Defiance level in the 26th. And it comes from the spot off the foot of Shandon Hopiau.
Great confident penalty taken there by Hopiau. Little stutter step, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, tucks it into the bottom corner. Very confident penalty there by Hopiau.
Have a look at it here.
Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, swivels his hips. Very nicely taken penalty.
Phoenix going to look for a quick response here. This is Aguinaga up the near side. He'll swing that ball in off the head of Campbell. Asante looking to settle it. Here's Vassell trying to scoop it into Jan. It's Asante back for Vassell. Appeals for offside and stopped by Brian Meredith, although the flag was up on the near sideline.
That was a good enough stop. I think Meredith should get credit for a save anyway, because that was athletic, exactly what you need on those reflexes.
Right. And response goals, something you don't want to get. And again, we see the distribution from Meredith not coming off that right foot well. He may need to switch clubs or go to his left foot. But Tacoma Defiance has to be better in response goals, especially in critical moments. That's that first 5 minutes after you've given up a goal or scored a goal. How do you react? And they were almost able, if not for the offsides flag and the save by Meredith, could have given up an equal or a go-ahead goal right after they scored theirs.
Looking for Solomon Asante here. Similar situation to the collision at the other end. Looked like Meredith got to that ball first, which is exactly what Asante is saying to referee Alejandro Mariscal. Here's another look at the stop on the offside attempt by Peter Lee Vassell. It was a near thing, him being offside. It really not the best angle for it, but from what we could tell, he was not off by much.
And no matter how much Solomon pled, that was not going to be a penalty. He's Mariscal is asking Phoenix to take the corner that he's been granted.
Asante still has words for Mariscal as Amadou Dia comes over to take this kick. Back post, looking for Cochran, finds him inside. Farrell. His shot stopped by a defender. Aguinaga has it nicked away there by Robles.
If Anaga has a cleaner touch there, they're off on the break. Tacoma Defiance.
Hopiau wins the ball. He's gone down and won the free kick after a referee played advantage. Well, 1-1 as we tick toward the half-hour mark here at Cheney Stadium, and it is worth mentioning this, at least within this series, slightly unfamiliar territory for Tacoma Defiance. They actually have not scored a goal in league play against Phoenix since 2016 until that penalty kick conversion by Hopiau. Certainly have been some very memorable matches between these sides. Farrell under some pressure here from Buana. Juana going to claim a last-minute deflection. The referee sees it differently.
And Phoenix Rising has some tendencies to play themselves into trouble, almost trying to overplay it, which is going to give Tacoma Defiance that opportunity to squeeze and really get up high and cause turnovers in their own attacking third, which again gives them that direct channel to goal. So Phoenix Rising just trying to find that balance. When they are in possession in the middle third, they're very, very good, and in the attacking third. But in that defensive third, sometimes it's safety versus risk. When do we really try to keep possession, and when do we have to let it go or try to play an extended ball?
Cochran wants the big switch. No one was reading that. It'll sail out for a Tacoma throw-in. Tune in to ESPN 3 on August 30th at 4 p.m. Pacific time for a special Friday night edition of Wednesday Night Soccer. One of the championship's biggest rivalries takes center stage when Indy 11 heads south on I-65 to meet Louisville City FC. See it all August 30th at 4 p.m. Pacific during a Friday night edition of Wednesday Night Soccer. Here comes Robles. Inside for Atencio. Leyva. Now Campbell. For Gilroy. Low ball there.
Great
Finds
ball.
Robles. Robles, a couple of moves. Through for Hopia, who stays onside. Lubin parries that one. Campbell trying to keep Tacoma on the front foot.
Great ball by Robles. Great composure at the top of the box there. Yeah, that's one he has to bury. Just tuck it, find the corner. Goalkeeper does well. It certainly does well to come out and close the angle, but that's an opportunity certainly that he's going to want back.
James, I have to tell you, I don't necessarily have the best angle at it, but it looked to me that Hopia was a step or two offside by the time that ball came through from Robles.
Yeah, I thought he was even. I certainly was a defender I saw behind him, so I thought it was the correct call from my standpoint. But at the same time, it was more so Hopia hitting the goalkeeper than the goalkeeper actually coming up with a save. Sometimes having some composure in that spot, more easily said than done, but just have the composure to tuck it.
Big interception by Burt Gilroy. He's going to try to make something out of this.
Great
and an
tackle.
equally big tackle that time out of A.J. Cochran.
Fantastic tackle by Cochran there.
Asante has that ball after it's taken away from Leyva. Steamrolling forward is Asante. He goes to the left side for Calistri. Close down the back heel. Cheeky there for Diego's near post. And a diving stop from Meredith.
Great play there. Great save by Meredith. Again, comes off a turnover. Denny Leyva getting caught in possession. Phoenix Rising able to transition very quickly to the other side.
I want to
of
see
the
somebody
field
close
and-
down on
Yeah.
Asante on that run.
Yeah.
Cut off his angle,
Earlier.
force him wide or force him to pull up.
For sure. Phoenix Rising very good on the break.
Inventive back heel here by Calistri as we get another look at it.
I mean, that's 6 numbers they've gotten in the transition into the Tacoma Defiance.
This
penalty
one
box.
right into the mixer. Out as far as Aguinaga. Square for Vassal. He just chips that ball in. Looking for the head of a teammate. Nothing doing.
Good pressure there by Robles. Now just establish possession. Connect 3 to 5. And again, simple turnover there. Too easy of a turnover. Connect your passes out of transition. Allow your team to establish a rhythm.
Defiance, in particular, goalkeeping coach Josh Ford knows Zach Lubin quite well. And it might be that they're willing to pressure him tighter than most keepers because they seem to understand how he prefers to pass.
Leyva gets that ball toward Robles. Peter Lee Vassal. is impressing for Phoenix Rising here in his first start for the club. Ball comes wide now to Calistri. Dumbuya. Looking for John, gets it to him. Calistri playing to the back post. That one just over the head of Akinaga. Vassal's kick. A warning from Alejandro Mariscal. Inventive way to win the second ball on the free kick for Leyva. And Asante, just another brilliant interception. And here comes Solomon Asante into the area here, back to his left foot. Squares it for the shot, and it's put over the bar. Akinaga just kept his weight a little too far back, James.
Asante, very good on the break, finds himself in very good pockets. And again, going back to your question, Dave, on an outside back has to pick and choose. If my primary objective in that game is to really defend the player on the opposite side of me, then I'm going to really pick and choose when to get forward there. If Hines, if that's his matchup, he has to pick and choose when to get forward, when not to get forward, so that he can constantly be able to affect or slow down Asante, because he is a terror down that right side.
Campo Chavez in the wide position. Hopiao onside once more, cutting in from the left side. Farrell blocks it, puts it into touch out the far sideline for a Tacoma throw. And I think Babacar Jallo communicating with the goalkeeper, Zach Lubin, that I think it was Mustafa Dumbuya all the way on the far side that held Hopiao on there. Atencio picks up this ball, laying it forward toward Robles, who cannot keep that ball in play.
Again, we just want to whip that in. Look, you have 2-3 runners coming into the box. Great opportunity just to whip it across the face of the goal. Really whip it, or at that opportunity, maybe a little clip to the back post. But you certainly want to get something out of that opportunity. Tidy play there in the midfield from Phoenix Rising.
Back by Phoenix, looking for John. John, a touch to his right, plays it through for Asante. Rattles the net, but it's on the wrong side of the frame.
Again, Phoenix Rising's ability to cause turnovers in their attacking third is fantastic. Not only in their positioning to cause the turnovers, but their ability to transition directly to goal. I mean, 1, 2, 3 passes, and they are going directly to goal and creating full opportunities on net. They transition very quickly, especially when they cause turnovers, kind of in that middle third to attacking third of the field. Good dynamic movement, good recognition of different players and where they want the ball, good interchange, but they're very good. Tacoma Defiance is going to have to be very careful in possession in their own defensive third and the middle third.
And it's the sort of offensive style that's seen them score a whopping 65 goals this season for Phoenix. Best in the league, only the New York Red Bulls 2 over in the Eastern Conference or anything close, as that flag is up for offside there against Nick Hines.
In these last few minutes of the first half, Tacoma Defiance should keep pressuring forward. This isn't time for them to think that a 1-1 score is enough. They've shown that they can threaten Phoenix Rising enough to score and be capable of winning at this point.
Here's Leyva. Another win for Vassal. Cut out by Burke Gilroy. Potencio being run down from behind by Calistri here. He's trying to loop that one over the top. But the flag up against Shannon Hopiau once more. Jay Cochran and Alfonso Ocampo Chavez getting to know one another. Tacoma gets the throw in. Both parties feel aggrieved there. And as so often is the case in this game of ours, no one is satisfied, it seems, with the referee's explanation. Tough job to be the men in the blue shirts.
Very, very. A lot of respect for them. A very difficult job.
Swung to the near side, looking for Hines. Does he have the foot speed to hold this in? He does. Hines into the grinder. Over the head of Hopiau. And it'll be collected by Dia.
Great initial switching ball there by Tacoma Defiance. Then you need just a bit more runners in the box. Burke Gilroy's a right back. That's an opportunity to edge up a bit more in case it does loop over everyone in the box. You're there to pick up the loose balls and sustain that pressure, sustain that opportunity for possession.
Melee now along the far sideline, trying to keep control. Phoenix have another throw. And Dia being told by Mariscal to throw the ball in from where it's gone out. We always have certain referees that are very, very strict about enforcing that portion of the law.
Yeah. Too easy for them to get out of there on that throw-in. This is when, like you were saying, Dave, that's the opportunity to press it. They have a deep throw-in. You've had opportunities and create good opportunities of causing turnovers in there in the attacking third, and you allow them easily, a good team like this, easily to throw the ball in their own defensive third. Little to no pressure at all, and now with 3 passes there in the middle third and really penetrating, an opportunity to penetrate your attacking third or your defensive third. So that just comes down to mentality, not allowing teams to get out so easy.
Campbell, 2 defenders here. Was hoping to win the goal kick. Nice bit of footwork from him, even though it will wind up in a Phoenix throw-in. Amadou Dia. Looks like he might be winding up the long throw here from the far side. Low ball in, headed to the back post. Meredith is over there. He'll escort it out for a goal kick.
Meredith taking a bit of a breather.
Certainly for Tacoma, who have had a problem of giving up goals late in first and second halves this season. They definitely want to carry this 1-1 into the break with them. Fans, you can continue to enjoy USL on ESPN through the 2022 season. USL is excited to announce that the championship in League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 games a year will be featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Akinaga with it here. Asante Phoenix looking to create a little more first half magic. Asante in for Jan. Asante to the far post. Campbell sticks a foot out there. Concedes the corner.
Phoenix Rising still threatening. Good interchange play again and great number of runners in the box there. Asante certainly have a very aggressive first half. Has caused havoc down that right side of the field.
Being told not to expect any stoppage time here in the first 45. Well, we'll see if this corner kick is the last opportunity of the first half. Dia scoops in a low ball to John, lets it run behind him for Vassal. His shot's gone over the left field wall, in fact. And Alejandro Mariscal will bring the first half to a close. So Phoenix grabbed the very early goal just 2 minutes in off the head of Adam John. But Shannon Hopiau equalizes from the spot. James, what do you think of this first half?
I thought the first half evened out. Phoenix Rising certainly dangerous in the transition. Their ability to go directly to goal after causing turnovers in the middle third or attacking third is very impressive. Tacoma Defiance, on the other hand, they got into the game a bit. Their ability to affect the game on wide channels, but also when they cause turnovers in the attacking third. Sometimes Phoenix Rising can overpass and overpossess, and that allows you to sneak in and grab possession there.
Well, 1-1 through 45 minutes. We'll take a break here on ESPN Plus and take a look at what's going on in this match and around the league when we return here from Cheney Stadium.
Charging on, curling across, that's outside for Harvard. Quickly to Watson. Watson gonna take a shot. Oh my! That is sensational from the Irishman. Plays it across and finds the one-handed net. Powers delivery. Throws it out! The beauty! Into the Compton.
Garcia puts it in there, back of the net.
Trying to find Chang. Does the volley, and that one batted out.
Into the penalty area. Rito, near post finish. What a goal!
They have this long win streak going, but it's because they're taking care of opportunities as this strike goes up and in.
How about Ferris? How good is this?
This one whistled all the way across, headed on frame, tipped over the bar and cleared out by Levine.
Here's Johnson. Saw the goal momentarily. Shot taken by Poco! Scored! He's got the brace!
Well, it's saved by Lorendi. back. Fires a shot, trickles on and in. Charlie Dennis back the other way down the right flank, takes it himself.
Slides it into the 18. That ball's touched into the back of the net. And no room to turn, but Bergen! What a strike!
But here's Joe Gallardo now coming forward. Gallardo still on the ball. Gallardo takes a shot, it's pushed away.
Ball is loose inside the 18. Moshamani comes over, shot, stop made by Aviles. Silva will have a hit! Oh, good save by Mejimadu. From the moment he left his boot, it looked destined for goal. Alma N4 hesitates, fires, and finds the back of the net.
Welcome back into Cheney Stadium here in Tacoma, Washington. It's halftime between Tacoma Defiance and Phoenix Rising FC, 1-1 through 45 minutes. Welcome back here on ESPN+. I'm Andrew Harvey, alongside James Riley, Dave Clark. Gentlemen, a lot of action here in this first half, a lot of close calls on both sides, and both teams, James, strangely having some trouble moving the ball out of their own defensive third.
Yeah, I thought the play in the first half was fantastic. I thought both teams were accelerated in the attacking third, especially when they're able to create turnovers and they were able to go directly to goal. Phoenix Rising 100% down that right side with Asante was fantastic. And I think going the other direction, Tacoma Defiance, when they're able to create turnovers in the middle third, they're the attacking third, they can go directly to goal with Chavez making the runs quickly and getting in behind the defense. So I thought overall the play was dynamic. There was good interchange from both teams. I expect that pace and that tempo to continue and maybe go up a couple notches in the second half.
Dave, in our pregame feature, we chose to focus on Anthony Burke-Gilroy at that right back slot, being converted out of the midfield position while Denzel Ulysses was away. What have you made of him here in these first 45 minutes, and how do you think his play has held up against this high-flying Phoenix offense?
For the most part, if you're judging a right back, you want to focus on defense. And I think it's a positive sign for Anthony Burke-Gilroy's development that Phoenix is essentially avoiding his side. He is a rookie right back, 5th start only at that position. And Phoenix Rising isn't pouncing on that opportunity to take advantage of it. To me, if I'm his coaching staff and if I'm Burke-Gilroy, that's a confidence boost. And that lets me know that I'm doing things right. Maybe he takes another step or two forward, enters that attack one stride faster, because that's where he can really change the game, particularly with the way Shannon Hopiau is playing.
Thanks, Dave. Normally, in this segment, we also take a look at some scores from other matches that are going around the USL Championship. There aren't any tonight, so here are some upcoming matches that will be happening over the course of this week. And obviously, Dave, we're entering that phase of the season where these points, they all just start to mean a little bit more, don't they?
Yeah, the points are going to be very important. You have some road teams there with Memphis, 901 FC, and Birmingham Legion FC that are competing for the Eastern Conference playoffs. Those are going to be two key matches. And then, of course, on the 30th, you have the Wednesday night soccer and Friday night over on ESPN3 as OKC Energy FC travels to Real Monarchs SLC up in Harriman.
Well, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You can see tonight's opponent for Tacoma right up there at the top, just running away with the conference. Really, James, they've been dominant. Like we mentioned, a 15 consecutive match winning streak for them, and you can see from their play why they've reached that ledger.
Right. No, incredible. I mean, definitely the way they play, the confidence to move the ball in the middle third was tremendous. Their ability to go to goal, they certainly have threats. Their positioning, so certainly a fully confident team that you can tell that they're riding a win streak.
And the team's now making their way back to the pitch, but really quickly, some other major headlines from around the USL Championship. Obviously, San Antonio FC selling Ethan Bryant into the Belgian second division. That's always a good sign when you see clubs starting to produce talent and then get them contracts.
San Antonio developed him internally, gave him starts as an 18-year-old, managed to sell him. They're here on Friday night. They'll be without his services, but it's a big boost for them.
Birmingham Legion's shutout streak might have come to an end, but their unbeaten streak is still actively alive, and what an interesting match that was. 4 red cards in total.
Hey, that can happen sometimes in soccer. We've seen 3 here at Cheney Stadium just a few weeks ago. That Birmingham story is incredible. Legion FC managed to put themselves right in the playoff hunt. People had written them off, and now they're alive.
And of course, that final story, the one you've heard us referring to a couple times over the course of the match so far, and you'll probably hear us talking about for a long time, just really big news for the league. The extension of that deal with ESPN through the 2022 season. And obviously I know that everyone back at the USL broadcast office and at ESPN really excited about this deal. This league's a lot of fun, really interesting to work with. And now starting to get that growth and juice that all the hard work that's been put into it by all the member clubs finally starting to pay off in the form of those media deals.
And it's going to be huge, too, because 9 of those games are going to be on ESPN Deportes. Great outreach, getting that game in front of more fans. Plus, you'll have more on ESPN2, ESPNU.
We are back underway here at Cheney Stadium. Tacoma Defiance will move from left to right on your screen here in the second half. And they are level 1-1, thanks to that man right there, Shannon Hopiau. He draws the free kick and converted the spot kick in the first half.
Certainly a couple more goals left in this game, especially with the way the teams both attack, the way they're so dynamic, they're interchanged. Certainly I see at least a couple more goals in this game.
And Wallabwana, Shannon Hopiau, both over this free kick. Still waiting on the whistle, as it looks like Alejandro Mariscal wants to back up the wall. The shrug from Solomon Asante there at the top of your screen. Yeah, forced to move back about 3.5 inches. But they all count. Buana looking to curl that one in. Cut out by Phoenix. Here's Robles. Leyva wants Buana over the top. He loses out to Farrell. And Lubin alertly off his line to collect it. James, if you're Tacoma head coach Chris Little, what is your message to the team there in the locker room at halftime?
Certainly, it's to pick our opportunities to really squeeze and press them, especially when we off the pressing cues. There's a bad touch, right? A sloppy ball. Maybe it goes back to the goalkeeper a bit slow, but definitely look for opportunities to squeeze it, because it's easier to go to goal when you only have 10, 15, 20 yards than it is to try to go from 80 yards. So if they can continue to cause turnovers in the middle third and the attacking third, they'll have success. And then also to beware of Phoenix Rising on the break. They're a very, very good team in causing turnovers in the middle third and going directly to goal with their movement and interchange.
Hopiau there manages to fight off Amadou Dia. And wins the throw-in as well. And not much love lost between those two. I don't think they're comparing notes on where to get dinner after the match.
And certainly winning your individual duels is huge. That's something Coach Little will definitely reiterate in the locker room is, listen, this is the top team in the table. This is who we get to battle against tonight at home. So we have to be able to win our individual duels and our collective duels. And Hopiau, you can see, a bit fiery in the beginning of this second half, which is great to see. It's a great matchup down that right side.
Mariscal having words with Amadou Dia. James Musa, the lone man booked in the first half. And Aguinaga loses out on the throw-in. Campbell for the volley off Burke Gilroy's throw-in. One away there by Farrell. Comes to the far side now for Hines. He's got Ocampo Chavez moving ahead to his left. Hines pressing straight up the middle. Wide for Ocampo Chavez. The right-footed cross. Headed away in the middle. Leyva back to the left side for Buana this time. Ocampo Chavez going in against Asante. Ocampo Chavez drills that ball low. Robles off the post. Space for the conversion. And Nick Hines let that one roll by him. He figured he was offside, and from our angle, it looked like he would have been. Robles going with the outside of the left foot. Curls that ball past Lubin, but can't get it on frame.
Fantastic play there by Tacoma Defiance. Ability to put their sequences together by creating an overload down this left-sided channel. Creating an overload, they had more numbers, 3v2 down that left-sided channel. Great ball to the top of the box. Fantastic effort there by Tacoma Defiance. Boom finds himself free at the top of the box outside of the left foot, has the goalkeeper beat. Very unfortunate.
They've hit one post and one crossbar so far, so almost to that kind of hat trick.
And the goalkeeper you count Hopi out stance.
Here's Asante cutting inside for Aginaga. John. Dumbuya into the middle. John came in like a wrecking ball. Free kick given, it's in favor of Tacoma. They take the restart quickly. And Mariscal's going to say they took it from the wrong position.
Great free kick. Great opportunity, great heads-up play.
And it's because the foul took place inside the box. It was Adam John who streaked in. So now Tacoma have it back underway. Thumping ball from Campbell that time.
And this is where you press it. This is where you squeeze the line as Tacoma Defiance, squeeze the line. Really put pressure, fight for this first and second ball, win the knockdowns.
And the pressure pays off. Tacoma wins the throw-in on the far side.
And that's what Chavez brings. His ability, his work rate as a number 9 is fantastic. The ability to run in the channels, hold up plays decent for a player his size. He's comfortable on the wings and the width and delivering services as well, but his ability to press is fantastic.
Asante tries to chip that ball in. Burt Gilroy heads it right back to him. Quick throw in from Asante. Flick toward goal by Calistri, an inventive turn. Just couldn't get the ball back to his feet.
That's twice now we've seen Calistri face away from goal and somehow manage to get the ball towards net.
Robles gets a shoulder around Peter Lee Vassell. Goes wide for Buana. To the byline, the link back up to Robles. Low ball in. Stacked up right in front of goal.
Great outlet. That starts with a great outlet by Brian Meredith. Surveys his options, delivers a great ball to Robles. Robles with a very good ability to drive at the defender, ride a challenge, play Buana and continue his run. He certainly had some influence here early in the second half. Robles has. He's been active. He continues to do that. Tacoma Defiance will certainly create a few more opportunities.
Leyva wins out against Aginaga. Musa wins it right back. Phoenix pressing forward here. Calistri stood up by Burt Gilroy. Atencio.
Great defensive play by Gilroy, and then even better is the ability to be calm under pressure and retain possession. This is it. That's the third, fourth pass. Now Tacoma Defiance can establish a different bit of rhythm. Unlucky there is the right thought by Gilroy.
Here's Vassell. He'll square it for Dumbuya. Looking for the back post. Well over everybody's head. Atencio the first one to it. Leyva brings that ball down over the top for Ocampo Chavez. Can he control it though? Pulled back by Cochran a little bit as he gains control. Robles here. Going square for Leyva. Leyva on his right foot and can't quite pick out the top right corner.
Leyva with an opportunity there to play Buana, decides to go to goal, which is not a bad option. Either option would have been very good, but a great spot there by Tacoma Defiance, really pushing the tempo of this game in the second half.
Referee saying that's taken a deflection on its way out of play.
And Defiance set up on the wrong corner, it looks like.
So here's Handwalla Buana to take the first corner of the night for Tacoma. Doesn't get past the first defender. Leyva heads it back in. but will knock it back to Burke Gilroy to retain possession. Campbell going at Cochran here.
Two center backs in a little 1v1 battle there. Tacoma Defiance needs to be sure in possession here because they're spread very wide. Great ball there. Great touch. And this is where you just need to whip it in. Head up, whip it. Great little ball, near post runner, and that's a goal. That's a tap in. That's great ball there by Hines. Chavez usually getting across that near post, didn't do so that time, but that's a great, great ball. Phoenix Rising looking to make two substitutions. Yeah, they were struggling a bit, especially in the second half. They've been struggling. Not often do you see two players brought in at the same time, so they know they need to get some more energy into the game, reestablish control.
And it's no surprise here, the men coming on, Kevin Lambert and Junior Flemings. Flemings bagged a brace against Tacoma in these clubs' first meeting of the season. It will prove to be a 4-0 win. And it'll be the end of the night for Joey Calistri. And for James Musa, the man in the referee's book. So on come Flemings and Lambert. I'll have to see how this changes the pace and tempo of this match.
Certainly Tacoma Defiance don't have to change anything. I mean, their ability to keep pressure on Phoenix Rising. They're picking up second balls. They're first balls, second balls they're picking up. Good spacing. They're retaining possession now out of the transition. Getting services in the box, creating shot opportunities. I mean, they really have the run of form in this first half against Phoenix Rising. So with that double substitution, Phoenix Rising is going to look to reestablish a bit of control.
Quick ball in, snagged by Brian Meredith. Rolls out for Burkholz.
Brian Meredith seems to have found the correct club this half. He's been very good at the distribution.
In my experience, when in doubt, go with the 7-iron. Juana here. Stood straight up that time. And it was Lambert.
But the ability to retain possession is very good. They're getting numbers around the ball, good support angles in and around, but Juana just needs to play the way he faces. Had a Tencio there, just a quick layoff, and that's the communication that they're having right now. But the interchange play, and definitely certainly down this left-sided channel, has been very good for Tacoma Defiance.
Meredith turns under pressure, picks out Burke Gilroy.
Good outlet.
Robles, up for Ocampo Chavez.
Great touch by Chavez there.
Opiao is hoping to link back up with Ocampo Chavez. Ooh, bad giveaway there. Here comes Flemings, he's one-on-one. Big sliding stop from Meredith. Play waved on by the referee. This one not over the byline. This is referee says it's gone out for a goal kick.
Great save by Meredith there.
Campbell might want to buy Meredith dinner.
Fantastic save.
Shades
Meredith
of Steve
here
Gerrard and
sets
Demba
him
Ba.
up and then goes in from that big touch. But if you see himself, as soon as the turnover happens, Meredith checks where he is and reads that touch of the forward and then attacks the ball. Great brave save there.
Here comes Asante. Can he settle this ball? Heads it to himself into the area, rides through the shoulder challenge, and goal kick given.
Fantastic defensive play by Hines there. It's a brilliant defensive play. that is very key for a left back. Like I said, as a left back, if your job is to match up with that right midfielder or that right wing, that's what you have to do at the expense of getting forward. There you saw Hines. That's his matchup.
Sante stays down behind the play. Bert Gilroy trying to press things forward.
Hines needs to be able to affect that matchup consistently. In the defensive transition, the attacking transition, everything in that play was a perfect illustration of that. Fantastic heads-up play by Hines.
Lambert, Aguinaga, John, back to Aguinaga. Picked out Flemings on the near side. Flemings low ball in. And it's gone out for a corner.
Good spacing and combination play there by Phoenix Rising. Certainly they're also knocking on the door with the 2 substitutions coming in to make a little bit of an impact thus far. Getting in wide positions, ability to get isolated 1v1, get services off.
Asante lining up the in-swinger, keeps it short. Now the ball in, headed down at the back post. Missing wide, I think that came off the head of Flemings.
Another great opportunity there by Fleming. Certainly wants to have that one back. Great opportunity, timed his leap very well. Unfortunate not to put that on target. Did you make a Lukaku reference earlier?
Gerard and Demba Ba.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Demba, that's what it was. Oh my gosh, yes, that's the last time I saw a slip like that. Except he was punished.
Yeah.
The whole season's work was erased on that, which is very unfortunate. I think everyone felt for Stevie G after that one.
It's amazing how those evocative moments only seem to stick around as long as the ball goes in the back of the net.
Right.
Goalie makes a great save and bails you out. Everything winds up being forgiven. Eventually. Mbuya here, up the far side. Asante,
Great
tight turn.
by Asante, great block. Great block by Hines, way to stay with it. But the initial turn by Asante was fantastic. Great little touch there. And that's the job of an outside back, defend first. That's my matchup. If I can get into the attack and help the team retain possession and get up the field and possibly get services off, then great, but that is Hines' matchup. He needs to be able to neutralize Asante for the duration of this game, because in the first half, Asante was running rampant the whole half, creating fantastic opportunities for the Phoenix Rising.
Mbuya here, thrown in for Lambert. Lambert winning it back. Certainly his frame and introduction are making a major impact in the midfield right now for Phoenix.
Phoenix made those 2 subs and the pace of play is slowed down. And I don't think that favors Tacoma Defiance.
That whole band of 3.
Great ball
there for Flemings. Gets to it, goes for the first time cross and settles for the corner. Well, Dave, just to answer on your point, last home match for Tacoma, that 2-1 win against Orange County SC turned into a very long final 20 minutes as they were trying to ride out that 2-1 win. Aginaga. And he put it high. Well, tune into ESPN 3 on August 30th at 4 p.m. for a special Friday night edition of Wednesday Night Soccer. One of the championship's biggest rivalries takes center stage when Indy 11 heads south on I-65 to meet Louisville City FC. See it all August 30th at 4 p.m. Pacific time during a Friday night edition of Wednesday Night Soccer. Opiao trying to high step his way into space there. He's gone down perhaps a little bit cleverly, as that is going to draw a yellow card for Kevin Lambert. And Wade Weber having words for the fourth official there.
It's interesting to go on for someone with a yellow card and then get one yourself.
It's the transitive property of cautions, Dave. Ryan Meredith right up Main Street with that ball. Hines lets it bounce. Dumbuya trying to shield it there. Buana looking to run onto it. Sliding challenge from Farrell. Gets it out at least as far as Atencio. Turning inside, Ocampo Chavez, he goes to the left post and puts it wide.
Fantastic ball by Atencio. One, to be in a fantastic spot to sustain possession. That one-touch pass back to Hines, and then gets the ball back. Great disguise of his pass, diagonal run there from Chavez. Fantastic little clip ball. Great turn on that opportunity as well. Thought the far post was open. Thought he could have tucked it at the far post. Just a little bent ball into the corner. Looks to chop it back near post. Just goes wide. But again, another great opportunity for Tacoma Defiance. Here's that clip ball here. Fantastic first touch. Just needs to tuck it. Just needs to tuck it. Find that right corner. Just a little pass. I was always told it was a pass, not a blast sometimes. Just tuck it right into that far corner.
Looks like Chris Little might be preparing a double sub of his own. Ethan Doubelaire and Justin Dillon waiting on the far sideline, but here comes Hendwala Buana. Buana's wide of goal. He goes to square it, comes behind Ocampo Chavez. Buana trying to retreat to this ball. Amadou Dia is going to see it clear.
You like to see Buana have a go there, especially if his first touch is good. Put something, almost trying to be too clever, especially when you've worked all game to get yourself in that type of position, affect the game, take it on your shoulders, have a go.
Asante. Back for Lambert. Lambert with some space here. His shot's blocked. And will go out for a corner.
And we said that these opportunities could come back to haunt Tacoma Defiance. We knew that they were going to get opportunities in this game where they were going to create full chances. In this first half alone, they've probably created 3 to 4 full chance opportunities and have not taken advantage of them.
Well, Robles and Ocampo Chavez's night are done. And here comes Ethan Doubelaire, a young player who's acquitted himself very well in his first couple appearances for Tacoma Defiance. And Justin Dillon, a man who acquitted himself so well in appearances for Tacoma Defiance that he wound up signing an MLS contract with Seattle Sounders.
You'd like to see maybe Dillon and Chavez up top or in the game together. That'd be a handful for any back line to really.
Asante's corner, headed out by Hines. Dillon up toward Doubelaire. Sliding Aguinaga does well there to keep it in.
Great challenge there by Aguinaga.
Doubelaire.
Possession.
About a month ago, Double Air went to the US U17 camp. Fonso Ocampo Chavez has been there. Josh Tensu has been there as well. They're all competing for that potential to go to the U17 World Cup this fall.
Well, Tacoma Defiance not missing out on that great USL Championship tradition of international call-ups. Just theirs are all for youth international teams. And now what can that youth do? 19 minutes to go, a 1-1 scoreline right now between them and the top team in the West, riding a 15-match win streak. Ball in for Dillon here, the flag stayed down. Justin Dillon inside the area, squares that ball and put in the back of the net, and voila, Buana puts Tacoma on top in the 72nd.
That is a fantastic goal by Tacoma Defiance. Direct ball there, right ability to retain possession. Brian Meredith with a nice touch out to Gilroy. Gilroy, an ability to look up, a direct ball, great timed run by Dillon. Even better, his ability to find Bawana across the face of the goal for an easy tap-in. Fantastic team goal by Tacoma Defiance. They've been knocking on the door all second half. Here's the ball, flag stays down, great first touch. There he is, takes a snapshot, knows the player's there, plays it across. Great, great goal. And not often you see a team meeting after a goal, but Phoenix Rising coming together, saying, hey, we need to adjust some things. We've created our own chances as well. We need to be a bit more clinical and perhaps not take this Tacoma Defiance team for granted, because they've definitely come out to battle, compete, and play tonight.
Well, and just like that, Rick Shantz wants to make his final change. It's going to involve the removal of Peter Lee Vassell. And John Beccaro checking in.
Beccaro, former Herman Trophy winner and a graduate of the Wake Forest University.
Does that mean he's half demon, half deacon?
As am I. It does. Played more of a 9 in college, seemed to be rotated back, playing more as a midfielder, more so as an 8, possibly a 10.
Tacoma looking to stay on that front foot.
Hines going down. Hines a bit shaken up.
Looking at Coach Little's bench, he's got a couple of different options here. He could bring in Ever Rubio, push Alex Berkholz out left, as a natural. Berkholz is a left-footed player. Or the other option, Denzo Ulysses, is a natural fullback, but both he and Anthony Burke-Gilroy are right-footers. Ever Rubio also played 45 minutes.
See right there, that is Denzo Ulysses getting instructions from Wade Weber. Hines, meanwhile, limps off the far sideline. Next to trainer Sheila Tatsunami. And Hines requesting re-entry. Hines back on now for Tacoma, who have climbed on top here in the late goings thanks to a goal from Henwalabuana. Here's Ethan Doubelaire. Early ball in, partial clearance, comes back out as far as Atencio. Tried to scoop it back to the far post, looking for Dylan. Leyva's got it. He'll go wide to Buana, the goal scorer.
Tacoma Defiance doing a fantastic job of edging their lines after service, and that's allowing them to pick up these second ball opportunities and sustain possession. Every time Phoenix Rising clears it, it's going to a Tacoma Defiance player, which is just great positioning, great reading of the play by both Atencio and Leyva.
Even that clearance sets them up well because it's so deep.
Dylan trying to win that ball back. He's onto his left foot here. Push to a wide position. Tries to nutmeg his defender. Clever from the big man, but it doesn't come off the way he was hoping.
Great step by Gilroy there.
Clever ball there.
Great little ball by Phoenix Rising. Great little flick. Ryan Meredith colliding with his teammate.
Both he and Hines feeling the worst of it, so the training staff will come back on. Play developed so quickly. Didn't see precisely what happened. Here's another look. Just a clever leave there by John.
A little collision there.
Just right, no ill will from anyone involved in that pileup. Just a lot of players trying to make sure they were the first guy to that ball. Well, fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL on ESPN through the 2022 season. USL is excited to announce that the championship and League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 games a year will be featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus. And now this, definitely what no one wants to see. Stretcher coming on here. Here's another angle. And yeah, just that plant leg.
Looked like it connected with Meredith's knee. Brian Meredith was holding that when he went down, and it seems to be the same portion of the body that Hines had tweaked earlier when he was taken off.
Nick Hines helped to his feet here.
Nick Hines battled well tonight, especially this second half. He's really stepped up his defensive ability on Asante and gotten into the attack when he's picked and choose to do so, and has been very positive going forward in that regard. So hopefully he can make his return and continue, but he certainly battled tonight and has done well.
Hines jogging now along the near sideline. Testing to see if he's fit to continue. And a free kick the way of Phoenix.
You like John coming in, a true number 9's ability to go in and bang a little bit with center backs. You can go direct hit play with him. He has the ability to hold up the ball.
Ball popped up. One in the air by Meredith. Thought about going quickly, now he'll slow it down.
Good outlet again.
Thrown out to the right side. Burke Gilroy almost completely out of control. Manages to get it back. Hopiao. Now double air. One away by Lambert. This is Baquero. Now Asante. Back for Baquero. Onto his right foot. Blocked on its way through, out for a corner. 80 minutes gone. 10 to go. Tacoma Defiance coming into tonight in last place in the Western Conference standings, looking to break up the 15-match winning streak from Phoenix Rising. But Rising are not done yet.
Great assertive play there by Phoenix Rising with Beccaro and Asante. Now they have a corner kick opportunity.
Beccaro. Near post header. Oh, that's beautiful from Asante. And it is a goal. Turned in at the near post, just like that.
The equalizer given to the smallest guy on the field there. Right at the near post, Beccaro picks out his player. Asante gets the header. Meredith not able to keep it out with his right paw. Certainly someone lost their marker. If they were zoning, someone lost their marker. Usually have that near post covered. That near post isn't covered. Near post isn't covered. You want to have someone in front of that player. So there should be someone in front of Asante. You never let that near post go open. You have that player in front of that Asante. It's an easy clearance. So it's a mental error by Tacoma Defiance late in this game to give up that equalizer.
So 2-2. And now still everything to play for both these clubs. Booyah. Low ball in. Lambert gets a foot in against Hines, wins that back. Steps over a challenge. Loose here in front of goal, 3-2. And it's Adam John bagging his second goal of the night. 2 goals in the span of as many minutes, and Phoenix Rising climbing on top late here at Cheney Stadium.
Phoenix Rising praying, they're playing now. They said this competitive fire from this team is fantastic. A quick sub, Beccaro's certainly made a difference down this left channel. Asante has made a difference, and the substitute as well has come in. Tidy footwork there, one to nick the ball off Hines. Tidy footwork down the end line, and a no quit mentality from Phoenix Rising. John does what he does best, cleans up. Opportunistic goal scorer, a poacher, cleans up the mess in front of goal. Near post, Brian Meredith is going to want that one back. Can certainly catch that initial play. That initial play he should gobble up.
Samuel. Phoenix looking to put it out of doubt. Burkholz has it. He's up to Dillon. Flemings gone for goal. Oh, it's 4. Junior Flemings, the turn, the finish. 3 goals, 3 minutes. Phoenix Rising running roughshod over Tacoma.
At the beginning of this second half, we certainly said that there was going to be some more goals in it. We just didn't think that it would be this many. Some clinical finishing from Phoenix Rising. Here, gets into his favorite position, little curler, bends it. It's a fantastic goal.
Junior Flemings' 11th goal of the season. Credit the assist to Jose Aguinaga. His 5th.
This Phoenix Rising team is at the top of the table for a reason, and you could see it there in these last 5 minutes, that their ability. After that team meeting they had in the center of the park, they made some substitutions. They said, hey, we're at top of the table for a reason. Let's just start to play these last 15, 20 minutes. And that's certainly what they've done. Been very opportunistic in front of net. Some great individual play by key players. And obviously, goals change games, and they've been able to score 3 in a very short succession.
Jesse Daly checking in now for Tacoma Defiance. He's coming on for Handwala Buana. And certainly when Buana tucked in that goal back in the 72nd minute, he was hoping that it would prove to be the game winner, the one to break up this historic winning streak. Oh, Phoenix Rising certainly had something to say about that within 10 minutes.
And it comes down to mental errors and individual mistakes. And Phoenix Rising has been able to punish on all those accounts, especially in their last 3 goals. The corner kick equalizer, Nick Hines getting caught in possession. And then Fleming just finding a fantastic opportunity there in the clinical finish.
Hines slides in there. Ball scoots out the far sideline. Phoenix not letting off the gas. This may be a message to anyone else in the league who would dare challenge them at this point.
Phoenix Rising is buzzing now, you can see.
Dumbuya pressing forward, has Asante wide. Asante, low cross in, popped up by Burkholz.
Their substitutes have made a difference. It's key. They've made 3 key subs. They made a double sub, which we don't often see. They knew they needed to inject some energy into this game. Those substitutions certainly came in and made a direct impact on this score line. When you have a deep bench and guys competing for spots and you're riding a 15-game winning streak, that's the type of production that you want from guys coming off the bench.
Jesse Daly chopped down there. Just a throw in given. Daly for Burke Gilroy. Trying to loop it ahead for Dillon. Early sliding challenge there. And it will lead to a free kick.
Defiance do know they can score 2 goals against this Phoenix team. They've already done it. They just need to repeat the effort that they made earlier in this match.
Great opportunity here. A great set piece opportunity in a very dangerous spot to cut this lead in half.
Daly looking to help Tacoma Defiance back into this match. Drives that ball in, headed out the far side. Adam John, who is on a brace tonight, escorting the ball clear. Second corner for Tacoma, in from Leyva, and headed clear. Double air. Back to Burkholz. Campbell sidesteps one defender. Now it's drawn Asante. Can't connect on the pass.
Great lesson for a young team in Tacoma Defiance to continue to battle, to not give up goals in critical moments of the game like we spoke about.
Here's Hopiao, thinking about his right foot here. Shot blocked, that time by Amadou Dia.
And those critical moments being right after you score a goal, right after you concede a goal, the 5 minutes of each half, the 5 minutes at the end of each half, just critical moments in a game where you really have to be locked in as a collective unit to not give up goals, but at the same time really press to create goals. but they certainly were punished on a set piece opportunity again, like we said. Asante sneaking in at the near post. Hines being stripped of the ball. Meredith not holding on to that initial cross. And then just a fantastic individual effort by Fleming certainly turned this game on its head.
Well, we've hit stoppage time here at Cheney Stadium. 4 minutes we'll play, as Phoenix Rising have clawed their way back to a 4-2 lead here against Tacoma. Junior Fleming's in on the challenge against Campbell there, concedes the free kick. Searching ball in, popped away by Farrell. Adam John, Lambert, and Leyva.
Great touch there by John.
Touch here for Hopiau. Hopiau could be through. He's put it in the back of the net.
Wow, they just called a foul. They called a foul.
A whistle's gone back where the breakaway first occurred. Leyva and Daly.
I think they called an illegal screen.
Here's a look at the breakaway. And they're going to say it's offside. Boy, that is a very clever go to ground from A.J. Cochran there. I don't know how much contact there was from Daniel Leyva, but certainly it's a great knowledge of the law.
Play. Yeah, certainly not enough to affect that play and go down like that. Very unfortunate. Tacoma Defiance that that goal doesn't stand, because it was a great goal. Hopiau with a great finish there.
And Chris Little not pleased with it. Dumbuya for Asante. Asante pressing away here. He and Hines do battle once more.
Great battle, those two. Asante, absolute handful all game. Still here in injury time, pressing for goals, putting pressure on the Tacoma Defiance back line.
And we're just going to see Phoenix play corner ball here. Caro plays it out for Asante. Wins another throw-in. And for Lambert, the man who created that first goal that wound up being such a momentum changer in this match. We've played the 4 minutes. A spark of brilliance in the second half from Tacoma, but it's all gone so very wrong for them and so very right for Phoenix Rising FC, who continue their historic streak, 16 wins in a row. They remain clearly on top of the Western Conference on 59 points and 18-2-5 record, as Tacoma Defiance absorb the loss at home and fall to 4-15-5. That is going to do it for us here from Cheney Stadium. For all of us here on ESPN Plus, including James Riley, Dave Clark, and the rest of our crew, I'm Andrew Harvey saying so long, thank you for joining us on ESPN Plus, and we hope to see you next time.
uninterrupted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.